Our topic for today is matrix. Before we move on, my name is A.A.SOLOMON. My name is A.A.SOLOMON. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can type this name, then it will bring out all my details on YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is all about pure mathematics. You can see many interesting topics here, then you can watch and understand. So let's go for today's topic. Our today's topic is matrix. Matrix. What is matrix? Matrix can be defined as what? A set of real or complex numbers. A set of real or complex numbers, objects or elements arranged in rows and columns as a term for a rectangular array is called a matrix. So each term in this rectangular array is defined as the element of the word given matrix. So this is the what? This is the what? Rectangular array. So this is the element in what? In the what? In the matrix. So we have matrix of what? 2 by 2, which is A, B, C, D. So the element in the matrix of 2 by 2 is what? A, B, C, D. So this is the 2 by 2 matrix of which has A, B, C, D as what? Element. So let's move on. We have 3 by 2 matrix, which is what? 1, 2, minus 3, 5, 4, 9. This is 3 by 2 matrix. 1, 2, minus 3, 5, 4, 9 are the elements. So let's move to types of matrix. Types of matrix. We have so many types of matrix. So we will treat the most important one. So let's talk about the most important one. One, we have row matrix. Row matrix. It is a matrix only one row. It is a matrix only one row. We have one row which has 5 minus 7, then 9. This is a what? 1 by 3 matrix. Or we can say a what? A row matrix is a matrix having only one row is called as what? As row matrix. Do you understand? So this is another example. This is another example down which has X, Y, then T and U. This is what? This is 1 by 4 matrix. So a row matrix, you have this another row, this row. So if you are, when you have, here is a row matrix, you have 5, the element here is 5, minus 7 and 9. Then the second example we have 1 by 4 matrix. So the row here, the row in the row and the element inside the row matrix is what? S, Y, T, U. So let's move on to column matrix. Column matrix. So now we have column matrix now. So this is the second one. The first type of matrix we have is the number one we have is row matrix, and now B is what? The number 2 is column matrix. The most important one we're supposed to what? We're supposed to know. So now we have treated row matrix. Now we have column matrix. So it is a matrix with only one column. For examples, so this is your column matrix. If you are sitting down in a class, you know if you are sitting down in a class, if you are arranging your sitting arrangement, you have 4 columns in a class. Do you understand? Then if you are sitting down in a classroom, you have about 3 rows in a class. It depends on the size of the class, and the height, and the breadth of the class. So let's move on. So we have column matrix. It is a matrix with only 1 column. For examples, so your columns matrix has the elements of A, B, X, and G, F. So this the type of matrix is 5 by 1 matrix. Then we move on to here's another example. So we have 8 minus 8, 5, 7. This is a 3 by 1 matrix. So let's move on to the third matrix, which we have square matrix. So square matrix is a matrix with equal numbers of rows and columns. A square matrix is a matrix with equal numbers of rows and columns, e.g. So we have 3, 5 minus 4 and 6. So this is 2 by 2 matrix. So now another example, we have minus 2, 1, 3, minus 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, minus 4. So everything in this box, in this array, everything in this array is called element. So now we have this is what? This is 3 by 3 matrix. You know, everything is equal. Do you understand that? So the reason why, so this, okay, let me explain like this. You know, we've talked about row matrix and column matrix. So this is where they applied rows and columns matrix in square. So in square matrix says that it is a matrix with equal numbers of rows and column, e.g. So our column, this is our column, and these are rows. Abi? So we are going to have same numbers of column and same number of rows. So same number of column of element and same numbers of rows of element. So that's why we are having 2 by 2 matrix, then 3 by 3 matrix. So the fourth one is going to be rectangular matrix. So rectangular matrix is a matrix whose numbers of rows and columns are not equal, e.g. so we can understand. So square matrix says is a matrix with equal numbers of rows and columns. So it is the opposite side of of rectangular matrix. So now rectangular matrix says that is a matrix where numbers of rows and columns are not equal. So now our row says X, Y, Z. So the element in row says X, Y, Z. So then our column says X and T. So our columns has 2, while our rows matrix has 3. That's why it is named 2 by 3 matrix. So do you understand? So let's check the second example. Our second example says our rows has three elements. Why our columns has three elements. Why our rows has two elements. The element in three columns is 1, 6 and 12. This is column 1, 6 and 12, while the rows has 1 and 4. That's why we have 3 by 2 matrix. So let's move forward.